It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Smitty, sure to be lots of snappy ball movement in this one. These teams have incredibly strong passing games.
Yes, they do, B.A. Some great basketball minds on both teams who can just pick you apart with their playmaking. I'm sure they won't make it easy on each other.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the point guard position. Wing shot on the way, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Pass to Bain. Outside for Moran. The three. It's hauled in by the Clippers. George passes to Leonard. Again, the miss by Leonard. You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
Now here's Moran. On the wing, Bain. Outside for Moran. Back to Bain. Shot clock at 5. He shoots it. And another miss by Memphis. George left side. 4-3. Adams grabs the miss. The Grizzlies have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Here's Bain. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention. Got his teammate a clean look.
Moran against Wall. George outside. Back to Wall. Kicks it to George. The three ball sinks the tray.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
Moran against Wall. Pass to Jackson. Bain with it. George defending. Bain, the pass to Jackson. Over Morris. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Leonard outside. Over Brooks. Shot by Leonard, no good. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Jackson outside. Over Morris. Jackson can't get it to go.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
A true utility player, Smitty. Marcus Morris brings a diverse skill set to the court.
He does. Marcus is a hard-nosed, gritty defender who can play either forward spot or even center at times. Plus, he's a reliable scorer and a solid three-point shooter.
Now here's Moran from deep. It's rebounded by Zubats.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Morris passes to Leonard. Back to Morris. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Up top, Brooks. On the wing, Bain. And stolen by Leonard. The kick out to Morris. Leonard on the wing. A minute 4 left in the first. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jumper.
Well, Smitty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc.
Offensive rebound, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Wall. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
In just one college year, Jaren Jackson averaged 3 blocks a game. He has that potential at this level.
Morris, a screen on Bane. 4 on the clock. Here's Wall. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Oh, Morris with a steal. Inside, here's George. And the jam by George.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. For 3, George. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
Defensively, their gambles are paying off, jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bane and Brooks out on the wing, and it's Morant in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now here's Jackson. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Brooks outside. 5 on the clock. Outside for Morant. Now Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
An athletic display by Wall, letting the defense know he can own the rim.
Outside Morant. Pass to Adams. Zubac with the steal. For 3, George. That one is off. Now Memphis takes it the other way. And there's the lob. And the dunk by Jackson.
Putting that 7'4" wingspan to good use. Jaren Jackson with the easy catch and flush. If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their 2nd trip to the playoffs.
Memphis trailing here. Bane with it. Guarded now by George. Bane, the pass to Adams. Here's Jackson. The 3 is up. They grab their own miss. Goes back up. And it's Adams missing.
How is it possible? Wide open, too.
The kick out to Wall. Back to Leonard. And he can't get that one. And it's Memphis the other way. Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Smitty.
BA, no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
Here's Wall, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Out to Leonard. Takes the 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. On the wing, Bane. Back to Morant. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Pass to Bane. Jackson outside. Adams a screen from the top of the key. And there's Jackson on the assist from Adams. And it's a tie ball game.
You like how Adams surveys the whole floor, allowing him to spot the wide open man.
George, a deep 3. The shot comes out, and it's Memphis the other way. Outside Bain, and he lobs it up.
Tough to miss that man. Desmond Bain read the...
George outside. Will it go? Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Here's Jackson. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now to the inside. Boy, left it right in the sweet spot with the lob. Nicely done.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Outside Bain. Moran against Wall. Soft touch off the glass. Morant's gotten 4 this quarter.
It breaks down your defense when Ja Morant gets in the lane. You want to force him outside.
Here's the pick. Out to Leonard. Launches it. The Grizzlies pull it in. Morant with it. Guarded now by Morris. Morant, the pass to Bain. Back to Morant. There's the 3. Paul George pulls it in. Ball for 3. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the... Thanks very much, Allie. And... Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, Jackson and Kennard, the guards. Robert Covington is out there with Nicholas Batum, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. So Memphis ends up going with a new group. For 3, Powell. Offensive board. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Look at the reach and vertical by Norman Powell. Extends the possession. Tough break for the defense there.
Here's Conchar. And no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. Crips down the breakaway slam.
Beautiful dime from Covington. He doesn't hesitate to share the ball.
Outside Jones. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Conchar. Shoots. Cans it with nobody near him. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Jackson down low. Working on Jones. For 3, Powell. The Grizzlies pull it in. Right side Green. On the wing, Jones. Down low. Here's Clark. Good D by Covington. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Here's Kennard. No good on the 3. The Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 3 in the 2nd half. Outside, Williams. Pass to Conchar. Now here's Williams. No good on the triple.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Jackson finds Covington. Back to Jackson. And here's Kennard. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. And the Clippers lead by 2. You know, with all the dunkers out there, some players make sure they don't end up on too many posters. Grant, you ever make a business decision? Yeah,
BA, you know, I made a few business decisions through my career. Look, as a competitor, you want to make sure that you can play defense, give it your all, contest at the rim when you feel that you can. But when someone like a Vince Carter in the midst of Vinsanity, that's when you make a business decision. And that's a smart decision.
And so here are the Clippers following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Jackson attacking out to Covington. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from downtown?
A knockdown threat from deep. Covington hasn't seen a three he doesn't like.
On the wing, Conchar. Fires the three. Nails it from three. Conchar's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Batum's shot is off. The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Green. The kick out to Williams. On the wing, Jones. And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
1 minute left in the third. Here's Conchar, defended by Kennard. On the wing, Jones. 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And the basket by Clark.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Kennard. From the arc. Here's Batum. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Lets it go from deep. Williams grabs the board. Memphis leading.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Here's Conchar. He's got 5. Here's the 3. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
And since the break, both teams are increasing their intensity and really getting after it.
I would have loved to hear the coach's speech because they really took heed to it. Like you said, both teams playing at a different pace.
And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Grizzlies leading by... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Brandon Clark. Tyus Jones is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Green, and it's Williams in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Timeout called, the Clippers. A line change here from Memphis. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He went after his players about their poor defense in the paint, saying, quote, "You're showing no fight down there. You're letting them get any shot they want, and they're feasting on us. Show some toughness and push back, guys."
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Morant with it. From deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
I love the competitive fire Ja Morant plays with, coming right back with his own 3.
George with it. Checked by Brooks. George drives in. And George with the jam.
Outstanding move in the lane. Just enjoy that one at home, folks.
No doubt, with some huge elevation on the finish. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
Yeah, BA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, They could be hanging up some banners very soon.
2 open that time. Made it look easy.
Love the focus Leonard has at the arc. He won't take shots he doesn't like.
Right side Moran. This one for 3. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
George outside. Leonard with a screen on Bain. George passes to Leonard. And the foul on Steven Adams. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And the dunk by Leonard.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Wall against Moran. Outside for Brooks. The 3. And a great assist by Moran as that one goes. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
The kick out to Wall. Pass to Leonard. Here's Zubats. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And Zubats drops them both. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Now here's Moran. Pass to Jackson. Outside for Brooks. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 ball to go. Brooks has got 6 points in the quarter.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch. Looking to rack up points in chunks.
Kicks it to George. 3-pointer. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. The Clippers running out of time. Leonard on the take. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks.
The dribble drive, yet another tool in Leonard's extensive arsenal, earns him a trip to the line.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the fourth. The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Outside Morant. Pass to Brooks. Outside for Morant. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Morris. Here's Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And here's Morant. Outside for Brooks. Good, and the setup by Morant.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Out to Leonard. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Off target from outside. Now Morant. And so it's Memphis winning this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be...
Introducing the starting five.
And looking at both of these teams, Richard, both great passing squads, two of the better assist teams in the NBA.
This is how basketball was intended to be played. A team offense, making the extra pass, moving the ball. This is the type of basketball that basketball people love to watch.
It's a beautiful brand of ball, for sure. Just a joy to watch. Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the one.
Assertive play by Wall inside, pushing hard to find himself a shot.
The kick out to Johnson. Goes up at the stripe. That's good from Ayton on the assist by Johnson.
They take it right to the defense. Not a bad way to start this game.
And here's Wall. Lays it up and banks it in. Wall's got his second basket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Booker. It's stolen by Wall. For three, George. The rebound by Devin Booker.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
What you have to admire about Devin Booker is how much he scores the rock, as well as all the different ways he's able to finish.
Here's Booker. Throws it up high. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Excellent timing by Ayton on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down.
Booker against George. He can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Booker. And Booker is a guy you can lean on to help shoulder the offensive load, Richard.
Yeah, he's comfortable taking a lot of shots for his team. He's a volume shooter for a reason, because he understands how to score at an efficient clip too.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Wall with it. George outside. Beyond the arc. That doesn't go either for George. Inside. Hey, great communication on the lob.
Sharp find by Paul, one of the best passers of all time.
George against Booker. George, right side. 6 to shoot. That shot missing. The Suns go the other way with it. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Who's ready for t-shirt time? Get on your feet and get back.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Paul against Wall. Morris on the wing.
In the first 2 minutes.
George outside. Leonard passes to George. Just 5 on the clock. Nails it. And he's 1 for 5 with that one.
He can do damage from just about anywhere on the floor. When you let George get position inside like that, he's guaranteed to finish.
One thing you notice about these Suns, RJ, many of them are considered strong two-way talents.
And that is such a list for your team. Having guys that can get it done on both sides of the floor instead of trying to balance a lineup of just pure specialists.
And the basket by Bridges.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
George outside. Pass to Zubac. From downtown, the putback. It's good on the putback.
Nice hustle from George on the glass, making an effort to keep the play alive and get the conversion.
Paul against Wall. Out to the right wing. Ayton passes to Bridges. Up top, Booker. Back to Bridges. And there's the drive. Here's a three from Paul. The Clippers grab the miss. Here's Wall. Oh, my goodness!
Did you see that?
Bring it out the hammer!
Now that's how you finish.
Oh, some serious power to finish that one off.
Are you serious? John Wall with the statement. Oh, that's pretty.
Here's Ayton. And the Suns getting another bucket right there.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Now George. And he's going for the oop here.
George can make the tough passes. He can also make the easy ones, too. No way he was going to miss the wide-open man on that one.
And so it's DeAndre Ayton making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. 8 points in the quarter, showing how...
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
On the floor for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point. Pass to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Booker's shot is good. Booker's got his first points in this one.
Crafty play by Booker inside, navigating to a point-blank look at the basket.
Now here's George. The kick out to Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Getting up and finishing with muscle. Love seeing Wall attack the basket with ferocity.
The speed John Wall plays the game has always been the thing that sets him apart. And even as he's pushing the tempo, he just stays in control.
Here's Booker. Pass to Ayton. Bridges against Leonard. Shot on the wing. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. The Clippers in the lead. Closed it in on 2 minutes played here in the second. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Leonard on the wing. He's guarded by Bridges. Morris, a screen on Bridges. Fires, top of the key. The shot no good.
And he's very confident from that range, but he can't make them all.
Booker for three. Knocks down the triple. Booker's got 5. Well, you talk about Wall's speed, Richard. There are too many players quicker to start the break than him.
He loves to get out and run. If Wall has a chance to push it and catch the D off balance, he'll do it. Just the kind of mindset you want at the point.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Bridges against Leonard. Back to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get off a shot. And Ayton gets it to go.
Yeah, when you let Ayton get the ball close, it's over. DeAndre is just too skilled.
Here's George. 6 points for him. Now shooting 50% for the game. He's 4 for 8.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by George. For Los Angeles, they've gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's just terrifying coming down the lane. I mean, when Leonard is attacking with ferocity, man, the D has to foul. And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
Here's Paul. Outside for Booker. Pass to Aiden. To the paint. Now Booker. Back to Johnson. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Zubats. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Graham.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Ball against Wall. Outside Johnson. Outside Booker. Pass to Aiden. Now Bridges. Booker for 3. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
A reliable 3-point sniper. I like seeing Booker connect from downtown.
Up top, George. Booker defending. George passes to Leonard. Pass to Wall. Lets it fly. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Leonard's got 5.
And being that Wall is a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there.
Out to the wing until they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now a timeout called by the Clippers.
Phoenix, get on your feet and give a warm welcome to your son.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside Booker. Clock at 6. Booker missing again.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey,
That's right. PG shows these fools what's up.
Paul for 3. And a pretty tightly contested game here. Okay, Ali, appreciate it.
22. The Clippers, 27.
After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from John Wall.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
he always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Jay Crowder is out there with Damian Lee. And then it's Landry Shamet. Then there's Campaign. And it's Landale in at the center position. And that's the group for Monty Williams as we begin the second half. Pass to Covington. Back to Jackson. No good on the shot. And Phoenix the other way now. To the middle. Powell with a steal. On the break. And RJ, you took a part in a lot of playoff basketball. Compare the intensity of the regular season versus the postseason.
It's so different preparing for a regular season game than a postseason game. You have more experience. You understand what the other team is going to do. So the prep is that much more higher, but you also have to execute at an entirely different level.
Here's Landale. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And for the Clippers, their shooting has been spectacular. 67%. Just incredible. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
The first free throw is good. And so Powell nails them both. The Suns trailing. Here's Shaman. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Crowder. Doesn't go for him. Ooh, nice D from Kennard. On offense, here are the Clippers. Powell outside. Pass to Kennard. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kennard. The Suns have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Shaman. Back to Payne. Stolen by Jackson. It's Powell, high post. Now here's Jackson. Kicks it out to Kennard. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Second team foul.
And he drops the first.
Luke Kennard taking 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
And here are the Suns now. They're scoreless since the first half. Crowder outside. Pass to Shaman. Jackson against Payne. Here's Lee. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Batum with it, and it's Payne picking him up. Here's Jackson. Tipped.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Crowder outside. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
The drive by Jackson. Kicks it out to Kennard. Takes the 3. The shot, no good. And Phoenix the other way now.
It took Jay Crowder some time to get noticed as a young player. He wasn't widely recruited out of high school. He finally broke out in the last year of college.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
The Clippers have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Jackson against Payne. Kennard outside. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Kennard's got 5 points. Crowder took that big leap forward at Marquette. He was named the Big East Player of the Year, Richard.
Yeah, and even with that recognition, he didn't go until the second round of the 2012 draft. But it didn't take long to see that he is a well-suited player for this league.
Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Hits a 3-pointer. Shaman's got 5 points now this quarter.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And here's Kennard. 5 points in the game.
Phoenix foul.
And it's a completely new group for the Suns. So for the Clippers,
Substitution on the court.
we've got 33 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Wall, the pass to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Booker fires from way outside. Another 3 for Phoenix.
If you're talking strictly from shooting range, Booker is right at the top of that group.
George with it. 10 points for him. Pass to Leonard. From deep 3-point range. And the ball out of play. The Suns will have it. And so it's Los Angeles up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the point.
Fantastic night for Wall. Looks like the guy who tore up the league when he first arrived.
Out to Bridges, back to Paul. Bridges outside. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
And they're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Here's Wall. Here's Zubats. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Now Booker. Now here's Paul. Oh, George with a steal. 4-3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Aiden's got his 4th rebound in this one. Booker fires from way outside. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
George outside. Offensive rebound. Zubats. Leonard for 3. Buries it from 3. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Amazing that catch-and-shoot jumpers were considered a weak spot for Kawhi when he came into the league. No one thinks that way anymore.
Booker for 3. It's rebounded by Zubats.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Wall against Paul. Out to Leonard. Now here's Wall. Guarded closely. Zubats passes to Leonard. Just 4 to shoot. Puts up a 3. And Aiden pulls it down. Aiden's got 5 rebounds in the game. Left side Paul. Ooh, Morris with a steal. George for 3. Morris passes to George. Outside Wall. Morris left side. Shot clock at 6. Fades and shoots. And too long on the shot. The Suns running out of time. Outside Johnson. Pass to Aiden. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection. But you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
Here's George. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. And again, no good by the Clippers. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. And Booker with the jam.
He has no deficiencies. He has no flaws in his offensive game. Booker, he's capable of dropping 30 on any given night against any given player.
Outside Wall. 5 to shoot. Up and in on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 9.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Ayton finds Booker. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Great decision making from Booker, realizing one of his guys is open and whips the pass to him.
Outside Wall. Out to Leonard. There's the triple. Gets the 3 to fall.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Clippers.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And, of course, it helped spark their own offense.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for John Wall.
Terrific initiative. Not content to let the game come to him, he went out and made it his own.
Morris outside. Out to Leonard. From deep. And Booker pulls it down.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
From deep. Off target. So the Clippers win it. Just a guts. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
Now let's meet the starters for the Clippers.
Well, if you like free-flowing offenses that pile up the assist, Clark, you've come to the right place.
Tell you what, Kevin, both of these teams really emphasize player movement, ball movement, and getting everybody involved, touches and shots. It makes them very unpredictable and really keeps the defense off balance.
And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at point guard. Oh, here's Edwards. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Outside, Wall. And it's sent back by Russell.
Well, I tell you what, his teammates love seeing this. So do I. I mean, when Russell was able to block a shot, that's a big bonus.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Here's Wall. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Hey, there's no denying it. John Wall has some of the best handles in the NBA. And if you're not careful, he'll make you look real bad.
Now, here is Russell. Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come. Guys, it's always good to see a young player start to mature in front of our eyes, and Russell has been that kind of guy. He's done a great job figuring out how to become a better leader.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Oh, here's Edwards. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Towns kicks to McDaniels. Just 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside for George. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. George has got 5 points so far.
You get open, and Wall will find you. He's got one of the best assist averages in NBA history.
Out to Edwards. All sorts of time. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
The kick out to Wall. And then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
Boy, that was awesome from Wall. He's got one of the tightest handles in the association. We call that rush hour handles.
Russell finds McDaniels. Here is Edwards. To Gobert. Shoots over Zubats. Gobert, no good.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
The three-pointer is right on target.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And Russell gets it to go.
Well, I think the more Russell looks to score from there, guys, the more dangerous he becomes.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, a bit ago, Teron Lue and I were able to chat. He was worried about their interior defense. He doesn't want them getting gutted in the paint. He told his players, look, they're going to score, but we've got to make it difficult on them to give ourselves a chance to win. Guys, let's see if they can follow that advice.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
All with it, working on McDaniels. Up top, Russell. The rebound by Paul George. Los Angeles leading by 5.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Now, here's George. Wide open look. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. George has got 7 points.
And George typically capitalizes well off any pick and roll situation because he makes quick decisions and his basketball IQ is pretty high.
Here's McDaniels. The pass to Towns. A double clutch, and it's good on the layup.
Well-coordinated play there. I mean, Towns rolls off at the right time. So important, the timing of that roll, and shows good finishing ability on the move.
Now, here is George. 7 points in the game. 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. That one drops for him.
Well, I like the opportunistic attitude right there, as well as the aggressive finish inside.
Russell passes to Edwards. Back to Russell. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers bringing the quarter to a... And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's George following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Leonard sets a screen for George. Unloads from 9, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. Leonard's got 5.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Russell dishes to McDaniels. Towns the screen. McDaniels passes to Towns. Good work defensively by Morris. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And Wall slams it home.
Did you see that? Wow, John Wall still has major bounce after being in the league over 10 years.
Now, here is Russell. Going inside. Edwards against Wall. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the leaner's probably not the best option on that shot.
Zubats with the screen for Leonard. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Gobert kicks to Russell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on George. Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
Now here's Wall. He's got 6. Pass to Zubats. Leonard looking over the floor. With the shot, again, Los Angeles.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Now here's Edwards. Nothing yet on this.
Mercy, mercy me. Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Edwards against George. Gobert with the block. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the block.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the first half. Here's Wall, and Wall with the slam.
How about that? Wall's been in the league over a decade, and he's still got that impressive vertical. Love watching him rise up and throw it down.
Oh, here's Edwards. That shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebound, Minnesota.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Here's Russell, following the basket by Marcus Morris. Russell kicks to McDaniel. Towns against Morris. Towns down low. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Los Angeles leading by 12. Kicks it out to Leonard. Morris outside. Back to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Now Russell, 5 points in the game. Banked in off the glass. Russell's got 7 points in the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
George way outside. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. All right, thank you, David. Folks. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. It's been one outstanding game from George.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. The guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. Batum is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Kennard in at the small forward. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 8. Down low, stolen by Jackson. Batum attacking, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Long and live. Batum gliding to the rim. A thing of beauty.
From outside the arc. Left side Anderson. Passes it to Noel. 5 on the clock. This one for 3. McLaughlin no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Kennard the pass to Jackson. And he drives in. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
And so Jackson nails both of them.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's McLaughlin. And again, the turnover by the Timberwolves.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Outside Jackson. He kicks it to Batum. 4-3, Covington. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Timberwolves trail by 12. Anderson passes to Reed. Here's Noel. Guarded by Jackson. Reed with it. Batum's there. Here's Noel. Wide open shot is on the money. Noel's got his first points of the game.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Powell sends a screen for Jackson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Jackson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Here's Noel, and he goes in for the dunk.
strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And he stays with it. There's Covington, and that'll be 2 free. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul.
The previous play is under review.
Sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota.
You know, Covington's ability to space the floor and his length at the defensive end is something every team is looking for. He is the prototypical 3-and-D player in my mind.
For 3, Edwards. Kennard with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 12. Foul for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league. And he's just coming into his prime. So he fits the timeline of their star.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Lets it go with a 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 12. Edwards passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
Here's Jackson. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Kennard. 6 to shoot. Powell, no one around him. And again, no good by the Clippers. For 3, Edwards. Here's Towns. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. Powell down low. McDaniels defending. Back to Powell. Shoots the 3. Covington trying to break free. And it's Norman Powell with the 3. Powell's got himself on the board with 3 there. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
They grab their own miss. Here's Gobert. Misses from close range. Now here's Kennard. And the 3 off target. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now here's Edwards. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Russell no luck. On the wing, Morris. Russell against Wall. Outside for George. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. George has got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Clippers. the pass to McDaniels. Gobert with the screen on Leonard. Oh, the lob to Gobert. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And Gobert is so well set up there. All he's got to do is elevate above the D and take that one home.
Now here's Wall. Kicks it to George. Over Edwards. George with the bucket. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
When George starts to heat up like that, it elevates his whole team. They're loving his scoring right now.
To the inside, Edwards. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubats has got his 4th rebound in this one. George, no good. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. It's a 16-point game. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Now, here is Russell. Outside Edwards. It's stolen by Wall. Morris looking over the floor. No good with the triple. Timberwolves trail by 19. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Russell against Leonard. It's Russell with the drive. And he gets the bucket.
Big guard, nice handle. D'Angelo can take you a number of ways off the drive.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. George with no one around. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Now here's Edwards. Fires from deep. Russell against Wall. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Clippers leading by 19. Outside, George. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Kicks it out to Leonard. The tray bangs home the trifecta. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Paul George.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Here's George after the basket by Minnesota. Wall passes to Morris. A deep three from Leonard. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Edwards. And he banks in the layup.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. 17 foul.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
We got two teams here that don't need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Now here's George. He drops it from range.
Man, that one looked good all the way. Paul George from deep range.
Morant against Leonard. Morant, the pass to Brooks. Now Adams. And he banks in the layup.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Now George. And we're about a minute into the first. Here's Zubac. No luck on that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Now here's Morant. Adams with a screen on George. The three. They get it back. Adams, the pass to Brooks. From deep, Morant. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
You think about a rough moment in Kawhi Leonard's career that had to have come around 2021, that season-ending injury in the playoffs that kept him out of the entire 22 season.
For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Brooks against George. Brooks, the pass to Adams. Now here's Brooks. Defense right on him. 6 to shoot. Kept alive. Outside for Morant. Drops in the three.
Well, Steven Adams has more skills than just being a screen setter out there, showing them off there.
Outside wall. The kick out to Morris. Pass to George. From deep three-point range. He can't get that one to fall. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Well, we're glad, though, that Leonard took the time to fully recover, Brent.
Yeah, B.A., you have to prioritize your health as a player. Kawhi has had his scares throughout his career, but him being fully healthy is going to help him unleash his full game on any opponent. So getting him back to 100% a priority for him and the team.
Now here's Morant. Outside Bain. Inside. Outside for Brooks. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Getting up and finishing with muscle. Love seeing Wall attack the basket with ferocity.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And stolen by Leonard. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
And the claw at work, just one reason why he's always a threat to lead the league in steals. Jump starts the fast break there.
Pass to Adams. Jackson, right side. Shoots over Zubac. The dive for the ball. Morant, the pass to Adams. Jackson on the wing. Back to Morant. 5 on the clock. Adams with a screen on Zubac. And here's Morant outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. 52 seconds left to play in the first. Kicks it to George. The three ball. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got his 4th rebound in this one. From deep, Bain. It's rebounded by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. For 3. The Clippers rebound. Kicks it to George. Morris outside. 6 on the shot clock. Back to George. The three is up. And it's Bane with the rebound. And here's Morant outside. Connects from downtown. Morant's got 6.
Yeah, the quickness of Morant makes him tough to cover. He's able to pull up on a moment's notice.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep, Brett.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA. So they got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps when you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep.
Now here's Wall. Here's Morris. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Here's George. From deep. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Yep, that one goes.
Adams just continuing to grind it out. Outstanding staying after that possession, and then he grabs a second chance deuce.
Leonard with a screen on Bane. Out to Leonard. He takes it in. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now here's Morant. He has 6. Jackson the screen. Shot clock at 5. Tipped. In transition, here come the Clippers. And the jam by George.
Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out in transition, run the floor, and become a dangerous weapon on the perimeter.
Up top, Morant. Leonard defending. Launches it. Morant, no good.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Sends it home from three-point land. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter. Well, teams are always hunting mismatches. Grant, I'll put it to you here. You prefer a speed advantage or a size advantage over your defender?
Well, B.A., it's all about the mismatches. And going back to when I was young and actually had some speed, it was great to be able to have both, depending upon who you went against. If a smaller player guarded you, use your size to shoot right over them. And if a bigger defender was on you, then yes, use your speed to turn the corner and get to the rim. So it depended upon who was guarding you.
Here's George. After the basket by Memphis. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Yeah, Paul George, no problem pulling up well behind the three-point line to knock him down.
Kicks it out to Jackson. On the wing, Bane. Outside Morant. It's stolen by Leonard. Here's Wall. Into the lane. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out, just going right for the slam.
Well, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him. Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And that one's good for Brooks.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Outside wall. Out to Leonard. There's the three. Man, the basket's good with the assist from Wall. Wall's got 3 assists in the game.
Consistent shooter from all 3 levels. Kawhi Leonard, the first option they typically look for, and for very good reason.
Pass to Bain. Outside for Moran. And stolen by Leonard. Morris for 3. Can't hit that one. Brooks outside. Now Bain. Wall covering. Oh, they get a hand on it. George with a steal. Buried from outside. I don't know. I think we may get a review here. That was close. Well, these teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got it off in time.
While this call may not decide,
the previous play is under review. The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the ruling is it. All right, Allie, thanks for that.
That's the end of the first half with the score. Your Clippers, 27. The Grizzlies, 19.
And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
On the court for Memphis, they've got John Conchar. Also Tyus Jones out there. Brandon Clark out there with Green. And it's Williams in at the 4 spot. Now here's Jones to the paint. Clark, the pass to Jones. Here's Conchar. Hits the trifecta.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
The Clippers in the lead. Jackson outside. To the left wing. Here's Batum. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Batum's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Outside, Green. Outside, Williams. Just 5 on the clock. From the arc. The rebound by Jackson. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Brandon Clark. That's his first foul of the game. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Outside Covington. Fires the 3. Conchar pulls it in. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. And he's going for the lob. Jackson against Jones. Outside, Williams. Back to Jones. Pass to Williams. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Jackson finds Powell from behind the arc. The shot that time not on target. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Here's Conchar. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers ball. Here's Jackson. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And the layup is good off the glass. Jackson's gotten his second bucket.
And Jackson does a good job of finding some gaps and getting to those open areas. That's how he finds his shots.
Outside Jones. Pass to Williams. Back to Jones. Outside, Williams takes a three. They grab their own miss. Count that bucket.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now here's Jackson. Stolen by Jones. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Stolen by Kennard. Fires from deep. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
The kick out to Williams. On the wing, Conchar. Back to Williams. Fires for three. No good that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
I know this much about Robert Covington. You'll never find him short on effort. This is a high-energy guy on both ends of the floor.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The NBA last season celebrated its 75th anniversary and announced the 75 greatest players in NBA history, gathering the living greats during the All-Star break. A lot of history, but Commissioner Silver said we're a pretty young league when you think about it. Brian, I guess it's all relative.
Yeah, indeed. Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Powell. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. Powell's got 5 points.
And how about Powell just coming back and taking on the challenge, answering the call.
Outside, Green. From outside the arc. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Green. There's 31 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Jackson with it. Out to Powell. Fires the three. The Grizzlies pull it in. Throws it up high. Powell with a steal. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Jackson. No good with a layup.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And so it's Los Angeles ending the quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. You can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Jackson and Powell make up the backcourt. Luke Kennard out there with Robert Covington. And it's Batum in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jones. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. And for the Clippers, they're shooting around 50% of the game so far. Outside Covington. Out to Powell. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. Morris can't hit. Well, the Grizzlies shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. The drive by Morant. Pass to Brooks. Back to Payne. Outside for Brooks. Now here's Morant. Leonard defending. Jacks up a three. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in the game. For three, George. Rebound by Jackson. George has gone 3 of 9 tonight from the field. The drive by Brooks. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
Wall against Morant. Morris for 3. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got rebound number 8 now. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Payne, the pass to Morant. Down low. Here's Adams. Good. And the setup by Morant.
I don't know if you can have a guy that size be a surprising threat on the pick and roll, but Adams can catch the ball and finish through traffic.
And George launches it from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Morant with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Brooks outside. Back to Jackson. To the right side. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's George. Drops in the layup for 2. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
George gets it going, and he is a rock right now on offense. Sturdy, steady, and strong.
Pass to Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. Let's go with a 3. Bain controls the rebound and the putback.
Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in. Bain against George. Out to Leonard from outside the arc. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Now here's Bain. And it's Morant off the drive. Bain, the pass to Morant. Beyond the arc. Pure from three-point range.
Morant doesn't need the three-point shot to be effective. There's so much more to his game, but when it's dropping, he's lethal.
Here's George. Out to Leonard from behind the arc. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Now here's Morant. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Well, he's doing everything he can to make them competitive. And by everything, I mean draining threes.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Leonard outside. Here's George. Fires the 3. The shot misses. Right side Bain. Oh, deflected. It's stolen by Leonard. So the Clippers win it. Boy, a hard alley. Thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
offensive first teams tonight, Steve. Both of these squads fully engaged on the defensive end.
It will be a low-scoring outing tonight, but they all say it in all sports, and in basketball it works. Defense wins championships.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the 5.
Yeah, I mean, from 3. Wall looking relaxed out there, and one of the game's more confident players. He can be a streaky but deadly outside shooter.
Now here's Booker. Shot clock at 6. A terrific shot on the turnaround.
This is what he does. Booker, an aggressive scorer, doesn't take any possessions off.
And here's Wall. Passes it to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Takes the 3. Rebound by Johnson. And here's Phoenix. Smitty, expectations have been so high for this Clippers team in recent seasons with the addition of Kawhi and the addition of Paul George and the other great parts around him.
They've got a lot of terrific players, Kevin. On paper, they look playoff ready. So those expectations aren't so misplaced.
The Suns shooting their first free throws of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with. Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
Paul kicks to Johnson. Shoots over Leonard. Here's Ayton. The Clippers grab the miss.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
To the middle. Here's Zubac. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Johnson finds Ayton. Booker with no one around. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Booker's got 5 now.
And this is CP3's game. He's all about trying to get his teammates involved.
Leonard on the wing. Over Bridges. No good. Shot missing. The Suns go the other way with it. From downtown, Morris with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. He kicks it to Leonard. To end the drought. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Suns have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Bridges with the steal. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now, here is Morris. Pass to Zubac. It's stolen by Johnson. Bridges passes to Johnson. From past the arc. Booker against George. And Booker kicks to Johnson. Bridges outside. Just 4 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off. That's good from Johnson on the assist from Bridges. Johnson's got his second bucket.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
George looking around. Outside, Wall. Lets the 3 fly. Buries it from 3-point range. He has 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Now, here's Bridges. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
George. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
What dominance from Kawhi on the glass, making sure he gets those second chance points.
Here's Booker. The pass to Ayton. Good. a nice assist from Booker.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Outside, George. Leonard on the wing. Outside, George. The three ball. Unable to get that one. That will count. And that one released in time, but no good. And we reach the end of the first quarter. The Suns lead by 5. And we'll be... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. Booker against Morris. Now here's Booker. Defense right on him. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Morris. The 3 from George. Rebound by the Suns. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference, only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Here's George. Here's Zubac. And the wide-open shot from Morris. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Johnson finds Ayton. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Johnson in the corner. It's stolen by Morris.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
Outside, George. Out to Morris for 3. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Johnson outside. Lets it go from deep. Hits the three-point bomb. Johnson's got 8.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible.
Paul against Wall. On the wing, George. Three-pointer. Out to Morris. Leonard on the wing. Defended by Booker. Lock at 6. Goes back up and taken away by Johnson. Leonard with the steal. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Ayton.
Leonard has a great feel for when the defender is just a little out of position.
Hey, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
They're unselfish. They're passing the ball well, setting up teammates, playing team basketball, and their focus.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
Booker the pass to Bridges. Takes it out to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Booker finds Paul. Here's Bridges. Kicks it out to Paul. Johnson outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers trail by 5. Leonard with the ball. Bridges covering.
And Kawhi Leonard with multiple finals MVPs, putting him in elite company.
GA, not many guys have done it ever. The only other current players, KD and LeBron. That should tell you just how special the Claw is.
And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well, because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
Ball passes to George. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Suns leading by 3. It's George on the wing. Takes a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. George has got his first 3 points of the game.
And this is the way to stretch the floor. PG-13 with a good look from the corner, and he nails it.
Johnson wide open. He fires. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Outside for George. Zubats with the screen for George. Back to Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Wall's shot is off. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. 3-point lead. Paul finds Bridges. Back to Paul. Johnson from outside. That one misses. A 3 from Leonard. No good on the last second attempt there. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach half. Thank you, David. We'll be back at
18. The Suns, 21.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession.
For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless, but they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. The guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. Batum is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Kennard in at the 3. Shamet kicks to Saric. Shamet the pass to Crowder. It's up a 3. Kennard with the rebound. And the West, you know, is very difficult. But Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They've become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
Smitty, you can tell Norman Powell has worked very hard at his game.
You know, he just wants to excel at whatever assignment he's given. Kevin, he once said, I've been in every single role on a team, from bench guy to starter, so he knows how to give you value anywhere on the floor.
Norman Powell, first personal foul. First team foul.
Shamet kicks to Lee. Clock at 6. Pass to Landale. Here's Shamet. Dishes to Crowder. Over Kennard. Shot by Crowder, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Kennard's shot is off. The Suns have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. From the arc. Shot by Crowder, no good. The Clippers have gone 1-3 since starting the second half. Outside for Batum. Back to Powell. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles for the lead. They get it again. Batum finds Kennard. Shamet with the steal. Saric outside. Lee outside. There's the pass to Landale. Back to Lee. Out to Saric. Passes it to Shamet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Batum with the steal. And here we go. Powell heading to the hoop. He feeds it to Jackson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Powell for three. The shot will not fall. The Suns go the other way with it. Lee passes to Landale. Crowder against Covington. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Covington with the steal. Powell, no one around him. A putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 2.
If you don't box out Nicholas Batum, you're going to pay. With this length and how well he uses it, it's a bucket.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Kennard's shot is off.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Lee passes to Landale. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you've got to protect the ball.
The Clippers shooting a pretty pitiful 25% in this game. Offensively, they can't get anything going. Jackson dishes to Powell.
You know, every team is looking for guys like Norman Powell, an explosive athlete who is relentless, and he can shoot the ball.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Shamet with it. Jackson on him. Outside Crowder for the lead. Rebounded by Covington. The Clippers in the lead. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
From deep three-point range, and that one's good. Shamet's got 5 points in the quarter.
From range, Landry Shamet is just a natural, has total confidence in his own abilities.
Kennard for 3. Drops in the tray. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Back to Šarić. Shamet on the wing. Pass to Šarić. Shoots over Covington. The shot by Šarić, no good. Kennard with the ball. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
The range of Luke Kennard on display. This guy is a lights-out shooter.
The third quarter comes to a close. The Clippers on top as they wrap. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Los Angeles leading by 5, setting the floor for the Suns. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the center. The shot by George, no good. Well, Phoenix shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. It's stolen by Morris. High post, Zubats. Johnson's there. And George kicks to Zubats. Kicks it out to Leonard. Launches it. The dive for the ball. Phoenix grabs the miss. Johnson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Paul passes to Ayton. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside, George. From deep. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And here's Wall outside, sinks the three-pointer. Wall's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball, quick hands causing a lot of steals.
And also, guys, they push the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
Here's Leonard. Launches a 3, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
As we know, there's no magic way to defend Kawhi Leonard. You just do the best you can each time down the floor.
Paul dishes to Johnson. Back to Paul. Suns moving the ball around. Bridges inside. Covered by Wall. Paul passes to Bridges. Ayton wide open. He can't get that one, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard with no one around. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock.
You know, offensive rebound is largely about hustle. Paul George plays with great energy and focus.
George against Paul. From past the arc. Another 3 for Phoenix.
How about the focus from Booker? I mean, refusing to let anything stop him from getting that basket.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Now here is George. Just 5 to shoot. 17-foot shot on the way. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
Ball against Wall. Paul kicks to Bridges. Outside for George. The Clippers keep it alive. Wall against Paul. And here's Leonard from 3. Drills the three-pointer. And now it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
The three-point numbers for Kawhi Leonard, they show this man is elite from deep.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 13-5 run.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Clippers.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points at the line.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Leonard.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Now George. From deep three-point range, Johnson with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Morris against Booker. There's 14 seconds left in the 4th. From deep.
Oh! They knocked that one down with ease from that distance.
Yeah. And in that situation, everybody knows the ball's going to be in Booker's hands, and he comes up big.
Thank you, David. Great interview.
Well, when we look at tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
Out to Leonard. The 3. Here's Zubac. And he makes it on the layup.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Russell against Wall. Russell, the pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards, always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic. What we know about Anthony Edwards, he had a terrific rookie campaign, but he got better in his second season, both as an individual and as a teammate, guys.
Knocks down the long J.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Russell with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Wall against Towns. Pass to McDaniels. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Well, what stood out the most in Edwards' second season, Doris, his commitment on the defensive end.
Exactly right, B.A., because he asked the coaching staff almost on a nightly basis to guard the opposition's best player. And though they didn't always give him that assignment, you have to admire his pursuit. This guy wants to become one of the top two-way players in the league.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Now here's McDaniels. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's Morris. Outside Wall. Shot clock at 6. Out to Leonard. Takes a 3. Morris outside. They get it again. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Pass to Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
To the wing, right side. Fires the 3. And there's Towns on the assist by Russell. Towns has got 5 points.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell, he can impact winning with both his scoring and his passing.
George against Edwards.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
And we know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor, Doris.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a 3-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league.
Now here's Russell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him.
D'Angelo Russell rises up and drops the hammer.
Here's Wall, trailing by 2. Leonard on the wing. Edwards against George.
Blocking foul called on.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Now here's Russell. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Now, this is why Rudy Gobert shoots such an outstanding percentage. He consistently knows what shots to take.
George against Edwards. George passes to Zubac. Rebound, Minnesota.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
To the inside, and stolen by Leonard. And it's the Clippers on the break. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter here. Going inside. Here's Zubac. The kick out to Wall. George left side. There's the triple. Towns with a rebound. And it's McDaniels off the drive. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. The T-Wolves on top, leading by just 2. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the 1. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Well, Marcus Morris, such a solid understanding of how to take advantage of the pick-and-roll situation.
Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs for us.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament.
Here's Leonard, following the score by Minnesota. Corner shot, and George with the basket on the assist by Leonard. George has got 9.
While he is deliberate, Kawhi Leonard reads the defense and knows when and where to put a pass. That was beautifully done.
Now here's Edwards. Towns up top, guarded by Morris. Shot from the low block. In deep, Russell drops it in.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Here's Leonard. And there's another one for the Clippers.
No hesitation from Kawhi right there. The ball is delivered. He's ready to shoot it.
McDaniels inside. Leonard defending. Gobert, no good. The Clippers have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. And it's Morris penetrating out to Leonard. Pass to George. Back to Leonard. Here's Morris. Lets the 3 fly. And the 3-pointer goes. Now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
Well, this is why Mr. Morris is out there. The ability to drain the shot from long distance and spread the floor.
Russell finds McDaniels. Edwards against George. Picked by Gobert. Oh, there's the alley. Hammers the lob through. You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or 2 on your team to be successful.
And so it's Minnesota with it. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. McDaniels can't hit. Wall against Russell. Back to Wall. To the middle. Here's Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Well, you love the way John Wall sees the floor. He's always surveying, looking for what the defense is giving up.
Russell from outside. It's rebounded by Morris. The Clippers have gotten each of their 6 shots to fall here in the second.
Well, you consider D'Angelo Russell and the fact that he's been a part of multiple organizations. Obviously, he has been a frequent trade piece. The one question is, can he stick with one franchise and establish some success?
Now here's George. Pass to Morris. Lets it go from deep. Here's Zubac. Kicks it to George. The 3-ball.
Boy, when he is contesting shots, you see the potential on the defensive end for Anthony Edwards.
Morris against Towns. Outside Edwards. With the drive. And Edwards slams it in.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Now here's George. He's got 9. Pass to Leonard. Puts up a 3. Minnesota with a rebound. There's 21 seconds left in the second quarter. And he lobs it up top. And it's powered home by Towns.
Unbelievable. That's the big cat. So fluid at the center position.
Edwards against George. Going inside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Paul George, one of those players the media appreciates because he doesn't give you pat answers. When you ask him a question, he is thoughtful and is honest. The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Allie, as always, thank you.
Your Clippers, 28. The Timberwolves, 25.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Paul George has been sensational.
He took a head-on approach in the first half, going straight at the D and drawing fouls.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
So for Minnesota right now, Taurean Prince is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jalen Noel. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's McLaughlin in at the point guard.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Now Jackson, out to Powell. There's the 3. The shot won't fall.
What I like about the Minnesota Timberwolves, to me, they took a step forward last season. Finishing their highest conference finish since 2004, made it all the way up to the 7th spot in a very competitive West.
Here's Powell after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Kennard outside. This one for 3. The shot off that time. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. And looking at the progress Minnesota has made, many think the best is yet to come, Doris.
Well, they've made smart draft acquisitions, beginning with young Mr. Anthony Edwards, a big-time talent. And obviously, you've got to grow that young talent. That's exactly how you build a bright future for your team.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Here's Batum. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Batum's got his first basket.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. At that time, sets up his teammate.
Pass to Prince. Reid with it. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
The Clippers in the lead. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Out to Covington. Fires from deep. Buries it from 3. Covington's got his first 3 points of the game.
You have to be prepared to catch and shoot in all circumstances if you're Robert Covington, and he was ready to rise and fire.
Here's Prince. Down low. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Now here's Powell. Out to Covington. 5 on the clock. Ooh, he's way off from outside. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter.
After just 1 year in college, Naz Reid declared for the 2019 NBA draft, where he was not selected, guys.
Now here's Powell. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's McLaughlin, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Now here's Jackson. Powell passes to Kennard. That one a little long. And Doris, you got to give credit for how hard Reed worked.
Listen, the devastation of going undrafted can make some players hang it up or give up their NBA dreams and go overseas. What you love about Naz Reid is he got back in the lab, he went to work, and consider this, back-to-back seasons where he plays in 70 games and is a part-time starter. That, to me, is successful perseverance.
Now here's Jackson. Powell passes to Jackson. The 3, Covington, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. The Timberwolves trail. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Noel. Left side Anderson. And there's the lob. The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
If you're going to play in pick and roll, you've got to be an option to score. So set the screen and get busy.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Jackson outside. Powell outside. And Powell with the stuff.
That's just heads-up basketball, and Jackson scanning the floor, spots the ready shooter. Nicely done.
He gets it up. Can't get it to drop. 3 quarters of play, and a close one here. The Clippers on top. They're up by 2. And we're coming back in. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Leonard passes to George. Over Edwards. Here's Leonard. Out to the right wing. Wall against Russell. Kicks it to George. And another shot. And right through it goes. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Because of the diverse offensive arsenal of Paul George, these kinds of nights are easy for him.
Here's Russell. Pass to Gobert. That one goes. Count it.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
And for Los Angeles, they're shooting a solid 47%. Outside Wall. George outside. The 3 is up. Rebound Minnesota. Left side Edwards. That shot off the mark. Ooh, nice D from George. The Clippers have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th.
Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league, but boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars.
I mean, a true transformation of the Clippers. They were that team that stars avoided.
They were, BA, but I think that started to change back in 2011, the trade of CP3 to the Clippers. It started this new era. Then the ownership change helped it even further. And in one summer, let's remember, they signed both Kawhi and Paul George. Unreal transformation.
Wall against Russell. Out to Leonard. Launches a three. And the foul called on John Wall. That's his first foul of the game. The Timberwolves have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Russell finds McDaniels. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy. Oh, couldn't have asked for a more hotly contested game.
These teams have swapped the lead 8 times. I believe it's coming down to the wire.
Leonard with the ball. Towns covering. Ball for 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside McDaniels. Oh, George with a steal. He goes up. And the jam by George.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
Here's Russell. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Leonard. Kicks it to George. Wall, the pass to George. Clock at 6. Back to Wall. Fires for 3. George's shot is off.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And Edwards puts up a deep 3. Up again. No good there.
You love the anticipation there. Made sure to box out, knew where the ball was going, and doesn't let anyone impede him from pulling in the glass.
1:06 left in the 4th quarter of this one. George passes to Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Wall against Russell. Outside McDaniels. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Here's McDaniels. And Wall pulls it down. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, BA. The clock is theirs to burn.
Leonard on the wing. The 3. Clippers keep it alive. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Oh, he nails it!
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And nails the tray!
Well, Russell is just absolutely fearless. He'll be the hero or the GOAT in that instance. Yes, sir.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.